Did you guys see the sign hanging in the heavens right over the Golan Heights in Israel? Do you know what it says? It's because no one's paying attention. This is what the sign says. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you, Israel. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. That's what's hanging in the heavens over Jerusalem, over the Golan Heights, over Israel. God neither slumbers nor sleeps when it comes to Israel. So all of you out there protesting that Israel is committing genocide, Israel is very familiar with what genocide is all about because Hamas just marched into Israel on October 7th and butchered, burned, and murdered in the most brutal way. You don't think that God saw all of that? Oh, he did. And he has more to say about that. Here is the oracle of the word of the Lord, who is the creator of the universe. He said this, Zechariah 12, and you can deny it until the cows come home, but this is what is going to happen. Listen, Palestinian protesters. Most of them are all college students that don't have a clue. They're shouting death to America. What the hell are you doing here? Go join up with Hamas and see what they do to you when you get there. Do you think they would just welcome you with open arms? No, they would butcher you. They would torture you, and they would love every minute of it. So keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. Hamas hates you. They hate every American. They hate the U.S. So here's what Zechariah says. The oracle of the word of God concerning Israel. Thus declares the Lord, who stretched out the heavens and founded the earth, and formed the spirit of man within him. Behold, this is the Lord talking. Behold, I am about to make Jerusalem a cup of staggering to all the surrounding peoples. The siege of Jerusalem will also be against Judah. On that day, I will make Jerusalem a heavy stone for all the peoples. All who lift it will surely hurt themselves, and all the nations of the earth will gather against it. He's moving all the furniture into place for the final act. On that day, declares the Lord, I will strike every horse with panic and its rider with madness. Got that? Are you listening, Hamas? Are you listening, Iran? Are you listening, Syria? Are you listening, Palestinian protesters? But for the sake of the house of Judah, I will keep my eyes open when I strike every horse of the peoples with blindness. Then the clans of Judah will say to themselves, the inhabitants of Jerusalem have strength through the Lord of hosts, their God. Here's some more for you. If you don't buy into that oracle in Zechariah, how about these? Isaiah 46:4. I have made you, and I will carry you. I will sustain you, and I will rescue you. That's God talking. Those are God's words, not mine. So, anybody having a comment like the Palestinian protesters often do, which are hateful, and half the time they don't even know what the facts are? There's Deuteronomy 33:29. Blessed are you, Israel. Who is like you? A people saved by the Lord. He is your shield and helper and your glorious sword. Your enemies will cower before you. All of the enemies of Israel, listen to these words, because that's exactly what is going to happen. Your enemies will cower before you, and you will tread on their heights. Zechariah 2:8. For whoever touches you touches the apple of his, God's eye. Does anyone have any clue what it would be like to experience God's wrath? I don't think so. I mean, we all have troubles and problems and things come and they go, but nobody on this planet has any idea, including me, what God's wrath is going to be like. But you will know soon, because it's going to be poured out. I think his cup of wrath is probably full, if not overflowing. I truly believe that we are getting closer and closer to that every day. You have all these nut jobs that are actually screaming death to America. These are U.S. citizens. And another thing, we've just leveled our borders. I mean, there's nothing to stop people from just pouring across. And what do you think is coming? People just like that scream death to America. Isn't that wonderful? Don't you just love that? Get the heck out of our country. Go somewhere else. Go join Hamas, okay? They'll kill you when you get there, but oh, hey, you can at least say, gee, I did something to help my little friends, Hamas. The guys are just insane. I know all the talking points, so don't even bother. They're just old and they're tired about Israel murdering children. There's no moral equivalency here. It's war now. Hamas marched in for its genocidal purposes. They do it again today. They have no thought about human life. Otherwise, they do something for their people in Gaza. We are just crazy now. We have gone nuts. What is good is evil and evil is good. That's where we're at right now.